Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. From the 29, Jackson. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So, CD, his very first pass of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know that's a major surprise for any quarterback because, look, let's face it, no one thinks about throwing interceptions. But think about all the warm-up that we saw, right? Every pass he threw wasn't a single interception because, oh, that's right, there were no defenders out there. A little bit different when there's live guys out there chasing the football.
First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you...
He rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Taylor now from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Jones. Pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it. Because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Jackson now. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Being chased at Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And now off to the races down the right side. He's at the 40, 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. Oh, backbreaker. That'll drive the coach, the offensive coordinator, just crazy. You get it all the way down there in the red zone, can't capitalize. Instead, they go the other way on the fumble return for a touchdown.
How about the aggressiveness of the defense, though? They're not about to just fall on a fumble, are they? Scoop and score is their motto, and they just did it.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that,
he's got a man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big connection on that one. 38 yards. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to go up top again. The 20. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
And he better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Too long for a field goal. Too short to punt that in-between range. And they'll go for it on 4th down. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And he's going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Throwing is Jackson. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone, and that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession. And the first play will be a field goal try. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Powers through him, shrugs him off. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd and a yard, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions?
That's in for the Ravens touchdown. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Throwing Jones. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds here. Give him 9 on the scramble there, and it'll leave him with a second and just a couple of inches.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Jones will sneak it. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Jones keeping it on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. On for the extra point is Folk. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
17, Patriots 14.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson, man open left side is Brown. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
2nd and 10.
To throw again is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
And the Patriots are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break.
Jones. And that will be incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Off play action. Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
In man coverage, your #1 cardinal rule, don't get beat deep. And that's why the comeback route is so effective, because that's how they're selling it, Brandon. Taking you all the way upfield before breaking it back down.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the Patriots are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Jones keeps it himself.
And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Here's a sneak with Jones. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Mac Jones.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And once again, the Patriots are back out in front. Now Folk for the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Next score, Patriots 21, Ravens 17.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense.
Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked off near the 29. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Off the play fake. Jones. Touchdown, Patriots.